Factors affecting enzyme activity. These include the concentration of substrate, enzyme, temperature, pH, and the product concentration. Let's try to understand substrate effect of substrate on the velocity of the reaction. An increase in the substrate concentration increases the velocity of the reaction until all the enzyme molecules are exhausted. Now this represents a maximum velocity and half of this is known as Km. It is the Km is the substrate concentration at half maximal velocity. The characteristic features of Km include it indicates the affinity of the substrate to the enzyme. This is dependent on substrate concentration but Km is independent of enzyme concentration. Lower the Km value, higher is the affinity of the substrate to the enzyme. For example, hexokinase has a Km of 0.5 millimole per liter for glucose, whereas glucokinase has a Km of 10 millimole per liter for glucose. So glucokinase has high Km value, hence low affinity for glucose. The next factor is concentration of the enzyme. As the concentration of the enzyme increases, velocity also increases. So now this property is used for the estimation of the enzymes in various body fluids. The next factor is temperature. As temperature increases, velocity of the reaction initially increases and further increase in temperature causes heat denaturation of the enzyme and the velocity rapidly decreases. The optimal temperature at which most of the enzymes in our body are active is 37 degrees centigrade. Now there is temperature coefficient and this indicates that for every 10-degree increase in temperature, the velocity of the reaction doubles. The next factor is pH. As pH increases, velocity also increases, but further increase in pH results in loss of enzyme activity. The optimal pH at which most of the enzymes of our body are active include the range is between 6 to 8. There are some couple of exceptions to this. The exceptions being pepsin and acid phosphatase are active at a pH of 2 to 4 and alkaline phosphatase is active around pH 10 to 12. The next factor is product. Increased formation of products slows down the velocity of the reaction. For example, glucose is phosphorylated to glucose 6-phosphate in glycolytic pathway, the first reaction of the glycolytic pathway. So whenever there is increased formation of glucose 6-phosphate, it inhibits hexokinase enzyme. This is the increased formation of the product slowing down the velocity of the reaction.